morning, East Castle Place. How's everybody doing? Welcome to this edition of Coffee with Tyler. At the end of February already. February is one of those months that seems to go by so quickly, although it's just a couple days shorter. But here we are, the last edition of Coffee with Tyler in February. So, hope you have your favorite cup of joe, favorite beverage alongside of you, and join me in the first sip. All right. So, COVID-19, where are we at? Where do we stand as a community? So, last week in the memo, it was issued that we did not have any resident cases nor employee cases through our continued testing and monitoring of COVID-19. On Friday, we did receive notice of one employee who did test positive. She was asymptomatic, again, non-work related because she had not worked here in some time, but she is going and being held out through our standard protocol. Fortunately, because of the other testing that we've done in that area with employees as well as residents, we feel it's a very low risk for the spread of the COVID-19 virus from this individual. Again, she's asymptomatic, recovering well, being held out per our protocol. Again, we tested residents and staff yesterday as well as Friday as our norm. So, again, we'll continue to keep you updated. Again, that result came in on Friday. Next week is another big week for us here at East Castle Place. March 3rd. I'm sure all of you have that marked on your calendars and are anticipating and waiting for that. This week, a big thank you to Maureen and Teresa, as well as to all of you who should have filled out your consent forms for the March 3rd vaccine. If you did not fill out your consent form at the time you are watching this, please do contact Maureen and Teresa and they will make sure your consents are filled out. This helps us expedite and make it as efficient as possible for our partner CVS to do close to 150 doses of the Moderna vaccine that will be required on March 3rd. Also, look for your memo that you should be receiving as you're watching this today. That will give you specific guidelines as to when to come to Lindsay Hall to receive your vaccine. The protocols will remain the same. You will go receive the consent, go for your shot, and then head to the dining room where we'll have a nurse monitoring for that 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to make sure there's no substantial side effects immediately. Now, I will tell you, with the second dose, from a staff perspective as well as from some residents, although I will tell you the residents have handled it quite well from even the second dose, there is a potential for some additional side effects, and so we want to make sure we're monitoring those. So again, we're working through and we'll have some information. The side effects generally range anywhere between 2 to 24 hours after you receive that second dose of the vaccine. The side effects do include headache, a sore arm, sometimes an elevated temperature, some chills, some associated symptoms with the actual COVID-19. These symptoms do subside after 24 to 48 hours. It also does generally lead to some fatigue. But after that 48 hours, we should have you back on your feet. And again, these side effects were not seen by the majority. It was still in the minority. I will tell you that from a staff standpoint, when I personally received my second vaccine, I did feel a little fatigue, but by the next day, I was feeling really well. And again, I think the short-term fatigue was well worth the benefit of knowing now that there's advanced or substantial immunity against the COVID-19 vaccine. Again, that's a personal story from me to you. Everybody's different. Everybody's immune system reacts differently. But again, I just want to be transparent with you. Again, that's coming from the CDC. So again, check with your physician, check with your provider, and then keep us in the loop. Fortunately, it's on Wednesday, so we'll have staff here Thursday, Friday, and of course on Saturday and Sunday. But if you need that additional assistance, we will be available for you, checking in to make sure everybody's doing okay. But again, March 3rd, look for the memo. We are dividing it by floors to help regulate the flow of residents that are coming. I do have to remind you that if you are assigned a 2:30 time slot because you're on the 3rd floor of the Contemporary building, for example, I ask that you come at 2:30, not 2:15, not 2:20, but 2:30. Again, that's going to help that hallway congestion. I think also we did 300 doses the last time around. This time's about half, so hopefully that in and of itself will help the flow. But again, if you have questions or concerns once you receive that memo, please do reach out to Teresa, myself, or Maureen for further guidance. So again, March 3rd, masks continue to be worn. You have to remain vigilant against this darn virus. It is still present. The numbers are still out there with over 500 cases in the last couple of days that have been tested positive, with again a few more than a few deaths related to the COVID-19 virus. So again, although the vaccine is a very, very strong step in the right direction, we still have to remain vigilant. And again, that's why we aren't opening the dining room. And again, when we do open the dining room, reservations will still be required, the face masks will still be required, so on and so forth. So all of that to be said, March 3rd is a great day here at East Castle. We'll look forward to our partner CVS in administering that second dose to our residents and staff members who have not received that second dose. So please make sure it's marked on your calendar and look for the memo for further details. And again, we'll send you another memo in the short while ahead of the clinic next week. That's the COVID-19 update that I have for you. Again, small groups started to resume. Again, sign up only, Lindsay Hall, spatial distance, and again, masks required. Again, we wanted to see how this would affect in a small sample size, and it seems to be going well, so keep an eye out there. Again, I anticipate these small groups to resume throughout the month of March until we really get a good idea of where we stand, of course, with the virus internally here at East Castle Place, but we're also monitoring the health department and the metrics in the Milwaukee County. That is how we're making these determinations into what, how, where, and when to open certain items in the community. If there's questions, concerns, you know where my office is. My door is always open to you. You can shoot me an email, shoot me a call. I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Join me in a sip. Alright, so that's the COVID-19 update. The weather outside, it's gorgeous. It's the Milwaukee spring. Just kidding a little bit, but I think we almost touched 50 yesterday. That's great news. However, the lows are still happening below freezing, which obviously makes for some potential slippery conditions if you're going out for your early morning walks. Our team is doing the best to stay ahead of that. They're rounding in the morning to put salt down and things of that nature. But many of you have lived in Wisconsin, you know about the winter thaw and the running water that happens due to the large amount of snow piles that we have out there. So again, if you do see slick spots, let us know. We'll put some salt down. But again, take those precautions yourself. Maybe do your walks, if you can, a little bit in the later morning so that the temperatures rise and then it's just water on the ground, although we have to be careful of that. I do not want to see anybody slip and fall, rather. So again, please be careful out there. Again, enjoy that beautiful weather. It is gorgeous. I had my windows open yesterday and just really enjoyed it. You see a little pickup for the community sense. So again, with the warm weather, you do have some ice. Be careful with that. Also, next week, if you didn't know, it's Dr. Seuss Day. And so Tuesday, March 2nd, you may see some staff members, and I encourage you, if you have some cat in the hat type things, to participate in our green eggs and ham and things of that nature. So Dr. Seuss Day is next week. You may be seeing some employees walking around in some Dr. Seuss type of things, just having a little fun. On another topic, on another note, I've been working with our pastor, Harold Epley, as unfortunately we've had some loss here in the last 3 to 4 months in our community here at East Castle Place. And so with that, we want to recognize those individuals that have lived a wonderful, wonderful life, and we want to celebrate that life in remembering them. So again, I know many of you have talked with me, have expressed to Pastor something that we can do, and know that we are actively planning something and look forward to sharing that service of remembrance of sorts, for lack of a better word, for those that we are no longer with us for one reason or another. I understand. We all are remembering and supporting each other, supporting our fellow neighbors. And so again, it's tough, and I understand that, but at the same time, we want to remember and celebrate. So again, we'll be looking forward to working with our resident council and working with those of you that have voiced an interest and want to pay respects and how we do that. So again, just something I wanted to share with you. Not the easiest topic to discuss, but at the same time, a topic that's needed, because I know we're all family, and when somebody's not there, it doesn't feel quite right. And so again, we want to support you in those aspects and avenue to remember and to support you. So again, look for that, and I know that Pastor Laura, myself, will be working with a number of you to take care of that. So otherwise, on another note, you will see that I am out of the office about 1 day a week. I'm monitoring emails and phone calls from home. My response may be delayed, and that's because I'm fortunately able to help out at home with my little one. So my wife is back to work, and so between the two of us, we're able to keep our son growing and doing well. So if you do see my office door closed and you knock and I'm not here, know that that's because it's planned, and know that it's just because I'm taking care of the little one. If you do need to get a hold of me, Maureen, the director team, definitely have my number. Keep giving me calls and emails, and I'll try to respond as best I can. So, with that, pretty short and to the point coffee with Tyler today. Also do note, Touchdown Channel 955, I mentioned it last week. I have a call with them again this week. I am working with another provider, and Scott and Laura and I met last week, and so actively working on a solution to make sure Channel 955 and Channel 956 are consistent, and we don't have the technical difficulties we've had over the past number of months. So hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear for you throughout this entire time. I hope you enjoyed and were able to tune in to this edition of Coffee with Tyler. I do hope in the near future that we're able to get back together and converse as we normally had over a cup of coffee. That's my favorite part. So again, hopefully I'm not just coming to you through the TV, but coming to you live in person. We do have a State of the Castle taping as well this week. So again, thank you for submitting all your questions, and hopefully we'll be able to answer all of those questions. So with that, I'm going to sign off with a sip. Enjoy that beautiful weather. Enjoy the sunshine. And until next time, take care, stay well, and be well. We'll see you all hopefully March 3rd, and look forward to it. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.